Hey guys, so recently for a college class I had to write an essay about Casablanca. I had to watch it, of course, and then write an essay about it, about what it did and how did it do it. So I thought, hey, how about I kill two birds with one stone, and I'll make the essay, of course, for the class, and then I'll just read it out for you and make it into a video, because it's Casablanca, it's a famous movie, it's a good movie, so I can just review it, So, without further ado, here is my college essay analysis of Casablanca. I hope you enjoy, and if you do, please subscribe. Casablanca is said to be one of the greatest movies ever. The acting, the drama, the characters. But why? What does it do? And how does it do it? Casablanca came out on January 23rd, 1943, featuring a cast of actors such as Humphrey Bogart, Ingrid Bergman, Claude Rains, and Dooley Wilson, with a budget of about $1 million, which is around $20 million in today's money, and making back around $11 million. It's safe to say that, good or bad, Casablanca definitely left an impact. Casablanca revolves around Rick Blaine, the owner of Rick's Café Américain, a nightclub and casino that attracts visitors from all around Casablanca. Unfortunately, Casablanca is also swarming with refugees looking for visas to get into America. Among these men and women is Ilsa Lund, a previous lover of Rick's, a woman he was planning to marry but couldn't. As the movie continues, Rick and Ilsa's relationship begins to blossom as it had before, despite the rocky reunion and the fact that she's been married to a one Victor Laszlo for years, who along with Ilsa is attempting to leave Casablanca with her. Difficulties arise as both are unable to get the needed papers to leave, with Laszlo getting arrested by Captain Lewis in the process. In an attempt to get Laszlo's freedom, Rick explains that Laszlo can be arrested on a more serious demeanor, i.e. being in possession of stolen letters of transit. This was all a ruse, however, as Rick pulls a gun on the captain just as he's about to make the arrest and demands Lewis allow a plane to leave that night. At the airport, Rick reveals to Ilsa that she'll be leaving while he stays behind, explaining that Laszlo needs her. After an attempt to ground the plane fails, the Laszlos escape and Rick is able to escape to Brazzaville himself, ending the film. Casablanca, above all else, does what any movie should do, and that's tell a good story. By using events that were current at the time, down-to-earth actors, and a slow, methodical pace, it's able to craft a tale unlike any other. By using said current events, the movie is able to create an instant, sympathetic connection with the audience and empathize with the characters. While most, if not all, viewers couldn't exactly relate to the conflict the characters of Casablanca endure, they knew more than enough of the hardships that came with the war, that war being World War II, of course, which once again allowed for Casablanca to connect with its audience better than any movie ever could. The story also makes connections with the audience through other means, a rekindled love, and the desire to do the right thing, whatever that thing may be, and at whatever cost it may come with. Love for another is something many people experience, a love for another that cannot be answered even more so. This allows for Rick Blaine to become all the more relatable and be viewed in a more sentimental light, a character that begins as a closed-off, no-nonsense, completely unfazed human being, slowly but surely opens up as the film progresses, all for the one he truly loves. And a desire to do the right thing is something millions and millions of people can relate to. Whether what gives said desire to do the right thing be small or large, the audience can relate to Rick even further simply by having such a simple want in common. Rick himself is another example of what Casablanca does, and that's create an amazing protagonist. With so many movies today having these larger-than-life characters that seem so high above everyone else in terms of popularity they appear untouchable, Rick stays above them all. Rick is able to do this thanks to these said connections. This allows for Rick to be as relatable as possible, despite running a nightclub in Morocco, having run guns, and fighting in a war, traits that many people can't say they have done. Casablanca also does another thing that any movie should do, and that's have great writing. With little to no action, the movie keeps the viewer invested through conversations and exposition, using words instead of other means to encapsulate the viewer's attention and intrigue. With so many iconic quotes such as, "Here's looking at you, kid," "Of all the gin joints in all the towns in all the world, she walks into mine," and "I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship," with all these quotes being quoted by other movies and being remembered by millions over time, to say Casablanca does a good job in the writing department would be an understatement. In conclusion, Casablanca does what all movies should do, and that's, once again, tell a good story. It does this by using current events, at least current at the time, and relatable circumstances to form a near unbreakable connection with the audience, keeping them invested through the entirety of the film. Rick Blaine also aids the story by being one of the most likable and recognizable protagonists in all of film, being portrayed as this lady-swooning, club-running, no-nonsense guy, yet still being the most relatable character in the movie is how Casablanca tells as good a story that it does. And that concludes my essay analysis of Casablanca. What did you think? Do you think I'll pass? Do you think I'll fail? Let me know in the comments below. Did you enjoy it? Also let me know. But without further ado, I'm Easily Easy, and I will see you guys next time.